Hello, welcome to Seen It All. This week we're gonna be doing one of the greatest sci-fi movies made. It is District 9. It's about a movie. This movie is about an alien race that arrived on Earth. They're not here to take over the world. They're not here to see what humans are about. They're here because either their spaceship broke down or something happened. We don't really know what happened with that spaceship. And now they've stopped in South Africa, Johannesburg, and they're managed by a company called Multinational United. And basically, the movie is about this agent who contracts a mysterious virus that begins to change his DNA, and that's where the whole movie takes place. Really, really well done movie, I believe. So, fun facts for this movie is that they did this movie with $30 million, and it
Wow.
grossed over 200 plus $1 million. We were promised a sequel. It has not happened yet. So,
0.
but they're saying there's one in production, but I don't know how long that's been under production for, but it's been it's been in production. Hey, that guy was gonna come back in 3 years. It's been longer than 3 years, all right?
Yeah, the poor guy.
And just
The
to touch upon that, what you said about 30 millions, adjusted to today's uh, value, that would be $44 million in regards to the budget, and the box office, it would have been 290.
Damn, that's good. That's a
Yeah,
big
that's a lot.
profit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Versus Endgame.
The idea of aliens loving cat food was from a producer who used catfish to catch prawns in Vancouver. So that's why they use catfish, because I guess prawns love catfish in Vancouver.
Effort.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was funny.
Yeah. I wonder about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the reporter, the actor's name is Jason, the one that's talking throughout the movie and giving us, I don't know if he's a reporter, but he's talking to us most of the time. And at the end, he's like, we don't know if the aliens are going to come attack us or not, or he was working with them. He actually did the CGI or the walking for the prawns. So all the prawns that are like the main, that a talking role, he's the one that did that. So he's the one that had to wear that suit and pretend he's the prawn and walk around. So that's pretty
Oh, that's
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah, his name is Jason. A lot of the language was pumpkin. They what do you call it? It was yeah, yeah. It was rubbing against a pumpkin. That's what they used to use their language. I was like, okay. Now this movie does have a lot of realism in it. That whole being relocated from District 9 to District 10. That did happen in Johannesburg. It's really hard. It's called Chiawelo, where people there during the apartheid era were being relocated from their homes there to a new district. And all those shacks and all those homes were real. So people were living in there, and in the middle of shooting, they were being relocated. So it was intense, seeing all that and that's happening. Well,
That's crazy.
yeah, so while they're filming throughout the whole movie, it's sad, but it's part of history, I guess. And then, but yeah, my understanding is that we're gonna get a District 10, so I'm really looking forward to it. But the other big thing in this movie to me was the actor, the main actor. He's to me a great actor. He started out from this movie, from my understanding, and then he went and did all these box office hits. So like 18, I really love that movie, and a few others. So, but now, huh? Yeah, Chappie. Yeah, and most notably now he's playing bad guys, but before playing the bad guys now, he did a lot of the good guys like he did in this movie. And a lot
I
of the
didn't know
scenes
that.
were ad-libbed. So a lot of the director didn't have a final cut. So he just told them to act natural and they ad-libbed and they used it during part of the movie. So I think it's really good, you know. For 2009, I think the CGI effects were done great. So, you know, you couldn't tell they were fake, and for being a low budget movie, I appreciate it even better. But besides that, it is your movie, bro. So let's go.
All right. Yeah, it's one of my favorites from in early 2000s. I don't recall the advertisement, but I think they did a lot of that with the alien logo.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. What you guys think? Who owned the movie or what owned the movie? For me, I would say what owned the movie, and that would be the guns. Those super cool guns that only the aliens can use. I think not only the guns themselves, but the way they only used it at a certain time. They didn't like, get too cheesy with using it constantly all the time. So they made it, I think they made it just right. So I was really, really focused on that. It was really cool how he came up with that distinct, different type of guns. What about you guys?
So for me, I would have to say the district, just where they're at, just because it's real, everything that's happening, the evictions, everything, and just how everything looks. There's nothing in there that is a stage. Everything there is real. So I think like that whole district to me is like the best part because you get to see people's homes, you get to see the war that's happening that they're doing there, you know, fictional, but you're still seeing the neighborhood and you're still seeing, you know, how apartheid was really awful, you know? So to me, that was,
Already.
you know, that's what stood out the most for me.
For me, it was the actual aliens themselves. I'm thinking
Really?
back 2009, a budget of $30 million.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, it was made in South Africa. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
like a Hollywood,
Johannesburg.
what is called movie studio.
Yeah.
So knowing all those limiting factors, how creative they had to be,
Yeah.
and it looks so good. Even still
Yeah.
now, it
Yeah.
looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can see some of the movies from back then, and you can definitely tell that it looks cheap, it looks cheesy. And this
Yeah.
one still holds that value that, oh, I could see it like not necessarily real, but it looks well made.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, next, the good lines, bad lines. If you guys thought of any bad lines, I did not think of any bad lines. I only had, there's a lot of good lines, but the main one that got to me was, as you brought up, the whole cat food thing. At the beginning, when they were throwing, the guy asked, is that tear gas you throw into them? No, no, we're just throwing cat food. It distracts them.
Yeah.
Kind of thought it was funny because it was just something simple as that. Like you said, it's not, they're not here to destroy our place or anything like that. So something simple as that. So that was one of the good lines in the movie. And you guys? Oh, it was my dogs. Any good lines, bad lines?
I didn't have any bad lines, actually. I thought they were all really well done, or the way they spoke and the realism of it. I thought, like, there wasn't really any bad lines, but, for me, my favorite line when he's going, with the prawn underground, and he's like, "You guys have this here for 20 years and nobody's ever seen this, nobody
Yeah,
knows
yeah.
about this. This is hugely illegal." And then he's like, "Oh, but it's fine," because, you know, he needs the help, so he's like, "Alright." I was like, cracking me up, man. I think that's one of my favorite lines, and then just when he finally snaps and he goes after I don't know, I forgot his name, the main bad guy there, and he's like, "That's not all you guys got?" And then he just goes on a rampage and just starts killing all the, soldiers that were after him.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, that's good. You
Yeah,
want?
I don't think I had like a best or worst line, especially for the worst line. I don't think there was any worst line, but for the best, there wasn't the best line, but there was the best word that they used, which was prawns.
Yeah.
And the way they described the aliens was bottom feeders. And
Yeah.
I thought that was great in regards to how you can dehumanize people And
Yeah.
although, yeah, it's aliens, but just so that you can see them as something below you,
Yeah.
subhuman, so you can not have that empathy and treat them as such.
Yeah. No, that's true.
That's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
good call. Yep. Um. Also, there was a scene that I wanted, a deleted scene that was needed for me. It's kind of 50-50 toss up because it was when his wife called him and she was concerned about what happened. Is it all true? Is all the news thing going on? Did you really sleep with an alien? This and that. She was actually believing it was crap. So, oops. But for me, kind of would have liked to have her either on the background or part of the screen just
Yeah.
to see her emotional face calling because at the first time I seen that movie, first time I ever saw that movie, when I seen it again, I thought about it was she was talking because I thought they told her to call so they can
Yeah.
track him. So maybe that's why you did it that way. I don't know. But for me, a deleted scene, it would have been seeing her in the background, calling him, talking to him, just having that emotion.
I agree. Yeah.
So it's at least your dogs are quiet, unlike mine. So you guys have any deleted scenes you would liked or deleted I'd seen?
For me, it would have been more of the testing on the prawn, because it's a big part of the movie. I know that he didn't know about it and he was closed off of it, but what the experiments were trying to do, what were they being, the autopsy, what were they doing in those beds,
Right, yeah.
because you saw that guy like lifting up like either the skin or something
Right.
of
Right,
prawns.
yeah.
And then, poor pigs, they were being shot up trying to test the weapons. But, at the end of the day, I know they were just trying to get the DNA to work with humans so they can try to use their weapons or try to figure out what the weapons were. But just the experiments, that would have been just a little bit more to see, how we, the humans, were torturing them and what they had to go through.
Yeah, for me, I wish they had a little more information of like why the aliens didn't necessarily attack humans. They had
Right.
the weapons to do it. They can
Yeah.
definitely
Good.
overpower. Yeah. So the reason is like why didn't they do it? I kind of wish they, especially knowing that how they were treated. Um,
Yeah.
and they had the guns. It's not like they
Yeah.
were confiscated. They had them. So
Yeah, it's true.
So that kind of goes to the next is wait what moment? Uh Two moments for me. One I just brought up about the whole his wife asking if he slept with the alien. They were talking about it in the news. Intersection interspecies prostitution and they
Yeah.
show that. I'm like, I don't know if that was a joke or that was actually something happening. And then the other was you brought up Richard about the whole seeing, Christopher as they call him, seeing his buddies, being
Yeah.
interrogated or whatever and dissected. That was my two way what moments. Then that kind of goes with what you just said. But what was going on there? I don't understand the purpose of that. But I know there's only so much to that movie. Those my two wait what moments. What about you?
Well, for me, it would have to be the prosthetics of the makeup of him becoming a prawn, just because it looks really good, like you can
Yeah.
believe it, his hand, and then the hard shell that it comes out, and then that one eye is bigger than the other. So I think they did a really
Yeah.
good job with his makeup, and you really got to see him transform, and it was done really good. Like the transition was flow, but you got to really see it, like his teeth falling out when he's eating, him craving the cat food, and then, when he's mutating, he bleeds, so you're like, "Oh, man." He knows that he's changing to a prawn, and he's trying his hardest to try to save himself, so I think that just the special effects on that was done really well because a lot of it wasn't CGI. To me, it didn't look CGI, it looked like it was attached to.
for me, the wait what moment is the father-in-law. So I think his name is Wikus,
Mhm.
the main character, in charge of the operation. And then towards the end, when he was infected, then he told his daughter, "Oh, he was never a strong person or strong individual. He was always a weaker individual."
Yeah.
So I was trying to figure out, did he put him in charge of that operation so he can fail? Or he knew it wasn't going to be successful and he needed someone to blame? Or did he put him there as kind of like, are you a true partner for my daughter? Are you someone that's going to rise to the occasion? So that's where I was like, what was the reasoning of putting the main character in
Yeah.
charge of that operation?
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't think about
Yep.
that. Yeah. Mhm.
What about favorite scenes? Did you have any favorite scenes? Probably most of the movie. Sounds like
No,
yeah, most.
no, for me, it was like, the robot. When he finally got in the robot, he was, trapped in the house and they were using gas to get him out. And then that robot opened up for him to jump in, and he decided, like, "Let's do it. Let's go." So, and then him just protecting his little prawn friend and then kicking butt. So I think that was my, like, that stood out the most for me. Mhm.
For me, it was actually the beginning when they show like the actual spaceship, and especially when
Going up, you mean, or which part of the spaceship?
oh no, I thought you were raising your hand.
No, I'm sorry. I meant like the spaceship going up, or which part of the spaceship?
Oh yeah, so when they show the spaceship, but more specifically when they go inside the spaceship.
Oh, okay, got it.
And I'm not sure if she was a reporter or someone from the South Africa's government saying that, initially when you think of like your first encounter with an alien, you're thinking about something divine, something, um, I don't know, out of this earth. And then you go inside and you see is creatures that look like beetles or insects, and they're starving and they're nothing like you expected. So I really like that opening scene of the ship, and then the people being interviewed and saying like, "This is what I thought meeting alien would be like," and it was the opposite.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, for me, it goes back to his wife. After the dinner, she was talking to her dad about the whole promotion that he got, that her husband, and at the same time, poor guy's being escaping from the whole trying to be cut up and everything. They wanted to get his hand at the surgical room. So I thought they did a good job when he was, and then of course he escaped from being from the scientists and everything. And at the same time, his wife was talking to her dad about his due responsibility, and the dad's like, "No, you can't see him. You can't see him."
He was
Anyway,
getting
I like that
tortured.
scene. That was good the way it was. Yeah, lying to
You like?
her. Yeah, the other way.
I was to say, do you like the scene or do you like the
Yeah, I like
wife?
that scene. Yeah, I like that. Yes,
I know. He brought up his wife
yeah.
a lot.
His wife too. Yes, we'll get to that later. So yes, that was a good scene. The way he was just lying, Dad. Yeah, yeah, he's fine. Don't worry about it. He's gone. So anyway, I guess I don't know if you could look at it two ways. Would you guys survive if you were the main character, or if you were the alien? I don't know which you prefer. I would say no for the character, Wikus.
Yeah,
I
we could.
mean, he just went through a lot and all that responsibility he had and everything. Not when he was becoming the alien himself, but at the beginning, having to go through all that BS. You being evicted, not now get out. I mean, come on, are you serious? You have to go through all these aliens. So that's the way I looked at it. That we, if I had his job, I would not survive. It's like all these
Yeah.
guys getting evicted.
Yeah, that's a
So
tough job because,
yeah,
those are real people's own. And that's really what
yeah,
happened.
that's true too. Yeah,
Getting out there. For me, I wouldn't survive just because it's so everybody's given up, like it's basically the military. If I was in the military there, I would survive. Actually, I don't even know if I would survive because Wikus could killed me. Like, so I
yeah.
don't think I would survive. I don't think at all. Uh, any role I played, I would have not survived.
Okay.
Uh, Same for me. I wouldn't survive, but I think I wouldn't survive because kind of like Wikus, when he was in his transformation and he went to the alien's house and he found out that there's a spaceship and the alien told him that, yeah, maybe he would reverse it and when I come back in 3 years.
Yeah.
And then he just hit the guy and he was gonna just basically do it himself. I think
Yeah.
that's most of us. We wanna think we wanna be the hero, and I don't wanna say the hero, but
Right.
we would do what's best for the race, humanity, whatever, or for the better being of the world. But when you're in that position, I think you're thinking about yourself.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true. That's
To
true.
each their own. Yep. Matt, often. Yep. That's good. That's true. So, would you guys think the vibe check was there throughout the whole movie? Uh,
Yes.
maybe. No.
No, I think it
Okay.
was. You had the start of the movie, just you get to meet the characters, you get to meet who he is, and then they start out kind of like what they did with what's it called? With the kids that run away. We just did the weapons, where you're
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
being there. You're watching something that just happened already, so they're talking the past tense, the interviews, and then you go into it, see what happens. And I think that was done really well. And then again, the acting was really well, and uh, I would agree with you. We haven't gone to who's your favorite character, or I don't know who would we remove, but or who would we recast. But I think to me it would have been your girl. I would have recast her because it's like she didn't make me feel like there was emotional attachment for like
What?
feeling sorry for her. I didn't feel sorry for her. She felt throughout the movie she felt bad for her and her husband, like her husband, but there was never anything like for her, for me to want sympathy for her. I was like, it was just like, let's just worry on Wicked. Let's worry on Wicked. I don't know. I just didn't think she did a great job. She didn't make me care about her character. So sorry.
I'll bring it up. I'll bring her up again because I thought she did well, and I'll have a
Yeah.
discussion. Well, I'll just say it now. So I
Yeah,
thought she did
please.
well because her and Wickes, they seem like people that play by the rule. They follow, they trust the government, and they don't really question anything. And they think that the government is and the institution, her father, they're doing the best, even though he's hiding a lot of stuff for her. So, in her view, is she's oblivious or blinded, and in a bubble. So, in a way, she's can't really see beyond what what she knows and what her father says. And I think that kind of impedes her from having these additional emotions or seeing different things in different ways.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yep. And she was
But
on for big. Yeah.
I
Uh,
thought the vibe check or the vibe was just telling a story that has happened multiple times, even currently now in a different way. And still, yeah, and it still feels very current, even though
yeah.
the movie's from what, 15 years ago?
2009.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, feels
Yeah. If
very
I would
current.
would have saw that, my gosh.
Yeah.
I want to say I would replace anybody, but I guess I just don't understand why that one guy, the African American, the bad guy, was in a wheelchair. I just don't understand why. What was the purpose of that? I mean, he's just a bad guy, I guess. But still, I guess I would just probably just replace him.
I
Not
think
being
they
in a
were.
wheelchair. I mean, not in a wheelchair. I mean, like, why be handicapped? I guess I don't.
I think they made it
Uh,
that way because that was his thing, was that he wanted that blood, he wanted that thirst, he thought that was gonna heal him and he was gonna have those legs and
oh, oh,
on
okay,
power.
okay.
I think.
I thought he
Yeah.
was obsessed with their weapons, but yeah, I guess you're right. He wanted to be resurrection, I guess. So yeah, that makes sense.
And kind of like piggyback on that, like I was trying to figure out why specifically Nigerians.
Yeah,
And
right.
yeah, like was there
Yeah,
a Nigerian population in the slums? They were really next to them, so I wanted to know like why specifically Nigerians.
Yeah, that's true. That's good. We should research that. If
and
you
then that
people
goes up
know
with
out there, let us know in the comments. Sorry.
yeah, please. I'm interested. So I don't know if you guys find a plot hole. Speaking of that, you know, the African crew. Well, see, good. It's not just me. So, did you guys find a plot hole in that? For me, it would probably be, you know, again, trying to figure out the African gang, if they have so much, we can't give you all this. You need more money, more money. If they have so much power, I just don't understand why they didn't take over more of the whole District 9, I guess. Why didn't they overtake the whole place? So I don't know. I don't know if you guys thought about that.
Yeah, I agree with that because the government was scared of them. Like he was just
Right.
in the beginning of the movie was like, just look at them, don't stare at them, just wave and just walk by. So even the government was scared of them. So yeah, I didn't know what their purpose was. I know he wanted that to drink the blood and become that, but everything else, like, outside of that, like, what was their purpose? What was their job? And why was the government so scared of them? And the government didn't wanna touch them, do anything. The only time they actually did anything is when Wikus was captured by them, and they
Right.
take him alive, but the only reason they needed Wikus is because they wanted to experiment on him and see how it
Yeah.
would
Cut
happen.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I wanted to know more about the history and, what's going on with the Nigerian gang there.
Like you, yeah. Yeah. That's true.
For me, it was why did it take 20 years to find the liquid?
If he didn't
Yeah.
find it, he
That's
was
true.
working on it. Okay.
He was
Still,
working on it for
20
20 years?
years.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
Like 20
I
years?
agree with that too. Yeah. It's like, and then if
Not
you
easy to
wasted
make.
that, yeah, I just don't understand that either. But yeah.
And also, well, maybe you guys know, what was that? You know, at the beginning, they said that something escaped from the ship
No, fall.
and,
A lot of things
oh, fell?
fell, yeah. So
What was it?
I don't know because the interview, one of the guys was saying that a lot of things fell. So you're like, "Oh, okay." So I'm thinking something with the power for the spaceship fell and the government took it, so therefore those guys couldn't get to it, so they were stranded.
Oh,
That's what I
no, I'm just thinking, was it the ship itself at the end of the movie when he was flying the ship back to the ship, the
Yeah,
small
yeah,
ship?
yeah,
Is that what it felt?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I think
Yeah, because the small ship got its engine blown, so it couldn't move anymore. So that's why the little prawn was sad. And then when the guy in the red prawn came in the ship and he did his thing, he got the big ship to pick him up.
No, okay.
and also the politically correct term is alien, not prawn.
What? Wait, what?
The politically correct name is alien, not prawn.
Sorry. Sorry, man. Alien.
Oh gosh. Oh, speaking of the ship flying up and leaving, would you guys change the ending, or did you like it the way it was?
Mm. I liked it the way it was 'cause, you got to see, Wikus fully form into, the alien, and,
Yeah.
you don't know if Wikus, can actually is the same old Wikus or he is different now that he's in the alien form because he doesn't talk, he just builds that flower, so I think that was nice. But you get a little sense of it because he delivered that little gift to his wife, before the
Yeah.
ending of the scene, and, I'm hoping District 10, you know, helps him, but
Yeah.
I feel like District 10 may not have that same actor back or, it might be a different story, so we'll see, but no, I liked it, I think it was really well done, and, yeah, it left you, thinking, and that's always good in a movie.
What about you, Juan?
I like the ending in regards to when the small ship was making its way to the big ship. And then when Wickes stopped that missile going towards the small ship,
Yeah.
that was really cool. But
Yeah.
the ending of him making those flowers out of metal or whatever that was, I thought that was a little bit too corny. And
Yeah.
also, maybe from his point, maybe, but from the wife saying, "No, I don't know if it was from him." Some people say it is. Some people say it's not.
Right.
But her not believing him, when the whole accusations of him sleeping around with aliens, and it
That's true.
seemed,
Yeah.
yeah, to me it would have been. She would have been like, "Oh, it means nothing," or "I don't want to know anything about him anymore." So to me, it just didn't speak to that character.
No, that's true. I thought about that too. Towards the end. I agree. I would change that too. I wouldn't have him at the end doing the flower thing because we already know
Mhm.
he's doing that. So I would just finish it with her talking about him because I like her, and then done. So that was that a keeper? Stream it, keep it, dump it. Still good to this day.
Stream it. I paid for this movie, so definitely stream
Oh,
it.
jeez.
So-
Me too. I bought the movie.
Well, I had to pay for it twice because,
oh man.
yeah, I forget that you only have 48 hours to
Yeah.
watch the
Oh
movie.
gosh.
And then I saw half the movie, and then I forgot. Then I was like, "Oh, I'll see it in the next day." And then I saw it like 3 days later. I was like, "Oh, crap!"
Wow.
They appreciate your support.
Yeah.
District 10. Well, that's all I got. If I missed anything, let me know. But I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I like the movie a lot, and it's always rewatchable.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, man. I agree with you 100%. It's rewatchable. And like Juan said in the beginning, the special effects, the CGI still hold true. You still can believe it, because I tell Amanda sometimes, like, when you watch Star Wars, the prequels, you can definitely tell everything's CGI
Oh, yeah.
because, like, every time there's a CGI movie, there's no dust, there's no dirt. Everything Star Wars is always like
Oh, yeah.
crisp, clean, and I'm like, bro, that's not how life works. So like this movie, you get to see like dirty, rotten, like like so it's really nice to see that, before
Yeah.
being super clean and all that. So I liked it. It was really well. And then thank you guys. Great movie. Any last words before we go off air?
No, just see it. It's great. It was great back in 2009, and it feels very current.
Yeah, well, that's true. And with that,
Thanks for staying up late for this. Thank you. Yeah. Get some shout out. All right. Thanks, guys.